Alright, where I got this shit, they make it. I got this shit, they make it big. Where I got this shit, they make it. I got this shit, they make it.
My family's gonna be so mad when I show up late. It takes me about an hour and 10 minutes to get to my family's house from where I live. Mama's gonna be late today. A good song came on my my Apple Music, and I started twerking before I knew it. It was 10:18. So we're doing a get ready with me, just so I can, like, you know, hang out, chat for a little bit. I'm not gonna go over every product that I put on. I'm just gonna put it down below in the description box. So yeah, I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm really excited because I've been wanting this palette for a very long time, and I finally broke down and bought it. I'm just gonna prime my eyes with the paint pot. It's gonna be a long day. It's Christmas, so I'm gonna be hanging out with my family all day. No, I'm just kidding, they're not bad. And I'm not bringing anyone with me to Christmas dinner. That's dope. So I'm gonna set my eyes with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I literally just said I wasn't gonna name every product, but whatever. And I like to put a setting powder on top of my primer so that everything blends really well. Because sometimes if you just put a primer down, it's kind of sticky, so your colors, they can't glide and move and blend the way that you want them to. In the morning, like when I'm in the shower and I'm running around like a psycho, that's when I do like all my deep thinking. Sometimes I even talk to myself out loud. I don't answer myself, so, you know, so we're good. I was thinking about this one time. It wasn't that long ago. I was working on a client. It was a male who was getting Halloween makeup done for LeBron James's Halloween party. Real good looking guy. Cool dude, like having good conversation, just like talking about whatever. So we spent probably about like an hour together, hour and a half. And we were talking about like our love life and our families and things like that. Somehow we got on the topic of animals, and I was telling him about my cats, and he goes, my mom told me to never trust a girl with a cat. What? I responded with, oh my gosh, like that's crazy, that's so not true, like why would your mom say that? That's why you're single, because you're taking advice from your stupid mama. That's not nice to say, and I really don't mean that. Seriously though, that is what was going through my head. I'm sure his mom was like joking, and I'm joking too. I've never heard never trust a girl with a cat. You know what I go by? Never trust a man with an Android phone. Sneaky as hell. You know I'm not lying. Have you ever dated a guy who had an Android phone that wasn't a dog? Every guy that's ever done me dirty, like real dirty, scarred me for life, has had an Android phone. Like, you're upset that you have an Android. That doesn't mean you gotta come in my life and wreck it. Android users will ruin your life, 1000%. They have no feelings. Guys that own Androids are freaking liars. My first like real boyfriend, we're gonna call him Bob because it's close to his real name. Bob was an Android user. The night before I left for college, this girl messaged me on Facebook, and she was like, you better quit texting my boyfriend, la-di-da. And I'm thinking like, oh my god, I'm not talking to anyone's boyfriend. Like, who is this girl? She's crazy. And I'm like thinking I'm gonna help her out and find out, you know, who's talking to her man and find her the right person, because it's not me. I messaged her and I was like, hey, like, you know, I think you got the wrong person, whatever, whatever. Or she's like, well, my boyfriend, no, you are messaging my boyfriend. His name is Bob so-and-so. And I'm like, funny, my boyfriend's name is Bob so-and-so. So either there's two Bob so-and-sos running around, or I got some issues that I need to figure out. Got things figured out. So fast forward in my life, probably, what, a year ago? 2 years ago? Probably 2 years ago, I was seeing this guy. We'll call him Frank. So I was seeing Frank. Frank was an Android user as well. And I caught a girl at Frank's house. So I show up, there's two cars in the driveway. I'm like, something's not adding up because Frank is supposed to be at home alone. You know what I mean? So I call him, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he has a little friend over. That's a guy. Doesn't answer. Give him a text, doesn't answer. So I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, well, I just drove an hour to catch him in this mess. So I'm sitting in the car. I didn't drive an hour out here for nothing. And I give a little beep beep. And now the lights are on in the living room, so somebody's up. I call him. Doesn't answer. This time I do a little beep beep, a little bit longer. So I know that you're home and you know that I know that you're home, so you might as well just answer the door. Okay, or at least answer the phone. I don't even need to see your face. I need to talk to you because prior to this, there was a reason that I drove there because he wasn't answering his phone and we had made plans and I'm like, okay, like maybe he took a nap after work, no big deal. Didn't hear from him for the rest of the night. So I'm like, I'm gonna trust my gut feeling and I'm gonna just show up. So give a little beep beep. He shuts the lights off, so now he thinks he's just not there. Apparently that means you're not home when you turn the lights off. So, what do? I get out of the car. I'm smoking my Black and Mild. I was like a big Black and Mild smoker at the time. And I'm smoking my Black and Mild. I think I'm tough. And I go up to the door and I go, knock, knock, knock. Big bad wolf. I will huff and I will puff and I will blow the shit down. So, somebody needs to answer this door. Now I hear talking. So you didn't answer the phone, and now you're talking. And it was a girl. And she sounded scared, as she should have been. All of a sudden, here comes homeboy. He went out the back door and came around the front, and he has all of my stuff in his arms, and he drops it on the ground, and he says, leave. Here's your stuff, you can leave now. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're mad at me because you got busted. Who? What? I got in my car and I left. Moral of the story is, don't date Android users. It's kind of my fault because I knew what kind of person he was going into it. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I dated him anyway, knowing that he was no good. You know what? Always trust your gut because it's never wrong. My gut feeling has never, ever been wrong. Let me tell you something. Ever. I was talking to a guy, another Android user. He seemed really nice, like very put together, in his late 20s. And usually I don't like to date guys in their 20s because I feel like they're just a hot mess express. One night we went out, we were drinking. Now I'm not a big drinker. That's not my thing. That's something that he liked to do. So we would go out once in a while and grab a drink. My gut feeling came about and I was feeling kind of brave because you know when you're drinking you feel brave and sometimes you do things that you want to do when you're sober, you just don't. I decided that I was going to go through his phone. So I did. And you'll never believe what I found. I found all types of shit. These are a little bit more than girlfriends after the messages I was reading. I got one glimpse and this man started wigging out. I let it go, then it happened again. I was feeling bold, and he was passed out, knocked out. He was a heavy sleeper, so like, once he was sleeping, that's it. He's in sleepy land for the rest of the night. So I'm going through his phone, and I decided to message the girls because he said that he would block them after I caught him doing what he was doing. Now, I knew better than that. Like, I knew that it wasn't gonna happen, but he was apologizing and being so sincere, and I'm like, you know, everyone makes mistakes. I've made mistakes and corrected them. Let me give this man another chance. So I catch it again. And I'm talking to the girls. They're like, I didn't even know about you. Like, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. I said, oh, okay. And that was it. I said, get your shit and get the out. You have some nerve being under my roof, doing some stuff I already told you not to do. Like, we already had this conversation. I told you not to do it, and you did it anyway. We know that he's not good at following instructions, because I done told him not to snap them girls, and he was snapping them again. And he had flames next to the one. Flames with a little 21, so that means for 21 days, you've been talking to this girl that I told you not to talk to. That is 21 days too long. So being that we know that he don't follow instructions, when I told him to get his shit and get the out, he got the out, but he left half his shit. at my house. And you know what I did? Some of it I threw it away. Some of the items were clothes. I just threw them wherever. They got lost in all my stuff between like moving and, you know, just being a girl and being messy. I was going through my stuff last night because I couldn't sleep, and I was like, you know, I should clean out. I'm just making a mess. I should clean up some of these clothes and get rid of them. And I found some of his stuff that he left here. And I'm not salty about it anymore. It already happened, it's done with. I'm able to talk about it. I'm over it, you know what I mean? Like, they make for good stories now. But when things like that happen to you, you have to just understand that it was a learning lesson and there's a reason that it happened. That was to teach you, so you know later on in the future, these are the signs that you need to look for. These are the kind of things in a person you need to watch out, things like that. So it ends up being a lesson and a blessing because it makes you smarter. I know I sound crazy and you think I'm nuts, but when I tell you that Android users, don't date them, don't date them. They're out to get you. They are mad that they have to unlock their phone with a pattern. They are mad that their phones overheat and explode. And they are so damn salty, they want to ruin everybody else's life. Don't date them. Don't talk to them. I got this superhero liner by It Cosmetics here. This is my second time ever using it, and I really, really like it. I don't know if you've ever used Stila's liquid eyeliner, but over time it starts to fray, and then you can't get like that crisp like wing with it because it's all over the place. And I really like this because it's a nice solid tip. The only thing that I have to complain about is that it's not black enough. I feel like I like my eyeliner to be super, super black. My favorite eyeliner will always be the NYX or NYX, whatever you want to call it, liner that I always use in all of my videos. I've really been into these Urban Decay, the heavy metal glitters. They've been out literally forever. Years later, I mean, I'm telling you, these have been out for years. I finally bought myself one, and because we have a lot of green going on, I want to add a little bit of gold, because like I love gold. Gold or adding glitter will change my life. Like, this is gold and glitter, and I'm just gonna outline the liner that I have on with the gold glitter. And I get a lot of compliments when I wear this glitter at work. I've sold a lot of these glitters just wearing like no eyeshadow, some liner, and then outlining it in this glitter. Because it's nice, like, if you don't feel like putting on eyeshadow, but you don't want to be plain Jane, girl, just throw some glitter on it. That's my life hack for everything. When something is wrong, just throw some glitter on it. If your man's not acting right, throw some glitter on him. That might just make him mad, actually. Don't talk to girls that have cats. They can't be trusted. Cats are great. Oh my God. Are you serious? Yes, honey. I'm gonna take some of that Hunter Green in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just gonna put it on my lower lash line. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna just take a light brown and blend that out. When in doubt, blend it out. Ooh. Let's do some contouring up in her. I'm using the Laura Geller bronzer, I think in Sunset Deep. My friend Katie got me onto this. She actually works for Laura Geller. She is an awesome artist. I don't like people doing my makeup, but she can do my makeup any day. And I trust her with my mug all day. So I bought this Morphe M530 or 530. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like the sound that it makes on my face. I've had this brush for a week and it's already like starting to fray, if you can see that. There are brushes that I've had for years that don't fray like that, and I get it. For the price point, you're gonna get what you get because they are very inexpensive, but the way that people talk about them, I would think that it would be, I thought it was gonna be a lot better than this. I'll probably give, they're brushes another try, like buy some other like face and eye brushes and see what I think, but like I don't love this brush. I've really been loving this Afterglow kit by Urban Decay. When I first put it on, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't know, I just didn't like it. And all of a sudden I just have like this fascination and love for it. And my favorite one in this palette is actually called Side Piece. Look how pretty. And it has like a nice dewy glow. It's not too much. It's more of a natural glow, I feel like. Oh man, I didn't wait long enough and my glitter, it's smushed up top. It's dried on there now, so it's like, what do you do? Add some more glitter. I can get down with it. I'm just bummed because I didn't want glitter there. Is it poppy or is it poppy? I like it. Oh man. We just gonna have glitter a little bit everywhere because this is what's happening. I'm just going to my family's house, so it don't matter. And this was just like a random get ready with me. Hi, buddy. I wish I could bring you to Christmas dinner with me. Everyone brings their kids. Why can't I bring my cat? I mean, cats are so much cooler than kids. Now I'm gonna set with my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1. This is my favorite setting spray right now. I know I'm extra and I probably overdo it, but you'll have that sometimes. Well, thanks for hanging around and getting ready with me. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas and you have a great New Year's Eve and a great 2018. Oh, I just spit. Okay, bye.